Looking for Madden 22 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the marketplace. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order. YouTube, what's up? It's Duke back here from Sportsgamerz.com. And if you're tired of running the meta or seeing everyone else run the meta on offense, bunch tight end, trips, well then this is the video for you, because we got something in store for you guys. It's very, 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 very good, but it is off meta and not something common that everybody runs or everybody knows about. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the Rams playbook on offense. I think this is definitely a under the radar book. They have a few different formations that are really good. One of my favorites is actually the gun tight flex. This formation has several unique plays and routes that really are not found throughout the game. You know, it's not common things, but it is very effective, and like I said, it's not meta. So we're going to break down how we can use this formation in, and specifically one of my favorite money plays to attack every defense in the game. This does really, really good against the meta stuff you see right now, especially defensively. So the play I want to look at is going to be the mesh spot. So this play is unique for a few reasons. If you're going to look at people running the 3-5 wide, the dollar, the 2-4-5 odd, whatever the case may be, you're going to see this play as dots to absolutely destroy it. So first off, starting with the 3-5 wide, you guys know what it is. You know, people like to blitz 5, use contains. Pretty common defense, right? Well, before we get into how to use this play to just destroy every defense in the game, I do want to remind you guys I do free Madden 22 videos on a daily basis on my YouTube channel. Tips, gameplays, and news. So if you enjoy my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, with all that said, we're going to set the defense up. It's going to look something like this. And this is how we want to run the play offensively. So I'm going to make a few hot routes. What I like to do is I like to, first of all, go ahead and streak the slot receiver on the left next to the corner route, and then put the outside receiver on the running back side on a flat. So we have two main progressions here. First off, I look at the running back and the flat route. Basically, this is going to need to be usered. Now, if they user this, then I'm going to move on to the middle to the left, because I have a drag coming across with a streak pulling the defenders back, and then the corner route working with it as well. So first things first, if I see that they're blitzing me or they're really in any sort of coverage whatsoever, I'm going to throw that wheel route every single time. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have eBooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. Now, I will say it's actually best to have the wheel route on the short side and the corner route on the wide side of the field. So here with the ball on the right hash, that means that the right side of the field is the short side. Therefore, that's where we're going to have the wheel route. So if we go into the flat streak combo, again, flat the outside receiver on the running back side, streak the slot receiver on the opposite side, you guys are going to notice, once again, if they do not manly guard the running back, you can simply just throw a low pass and, possession catch it every single time. Now, that's a funky release we had right there by the quarterback, but still easily able to get it in there. Now, on the opposite side of the field, guys, remember, we do have other reads going on over there as well. So if they did say, go use the running back to where you couldn't throw that route, that's completely fine. Because if that's the case, they're going to be leaving the opposite side of the field open. Remember, we have the drag streak in the corner. Now, that time the pressure seemed to be coming a little faster, so we checked down to the drag. But if we would have had the time, we could have went to the corner route. So that's the Mike Blitz defense. Now, as you guys know, a lot of people will still run this 2-4-5 odd at you, the pinch 2, which is very similar really to what people do at a dollar with DB Fire. But at the end of the day, the same exact setup we're going to be able to attack with. First of all, it's very, very difficult to stop the running back when you blitz. So if you are blitzing, you know that chances are the running back's going to be there. And if he's not, that means that they're probably watching him themselves. Now here, you guys can see this guy was actually checking the running back. So because of that, I simply went to the other side of the field. Now, guys, you can see here, this hook zone CPU took away the seam streak, and that left the drag open. Now, the corner route, this is a unique corner route. It's actually going to run past clouds and all those, cover 2 type zones, but yet, we'll get back to this later in the video. If there's a deep zone over there, it will get open too because of the route combo we have. Now, here we just checked down to the drag route because, again, that was the first read we had open. They were blitzing us. We didn't really want to risk a sack. But, if they did, say they shaded down or they had zone dropped their vert hook or whatever the case may be, to where that they just played more so shallow to try to stop that drag. That's completely fine because in that case, we can just throw that seam streak in there. That's what's really nice about this play. Now, like I said, you guys haven't seen yet, but if they were playing, defenses to where they weren't blitzing me so much and I had a little bit more time, we could easily hit this corner out against pretty much any defense in the game. As you guys can see here, it's going to just get behind that cloud. Now, if I had an escape artist, I could just roll out against any blitz anyways and hit it. But because I'm using Stafford, a pocket passer, I'm kind of having to sit in there against the blitz. So here's what I mean about the corner route getting open against defenses with deep zones. So generally speaking, again, when you play any sort of cover 3, cover 4, you need a pull route most of the time to back off or run the deep zones off basically the corner route. So here, the streak route by the slot receiver that we've hit a few times against the blitz, that's going to be our pull route that's going to allow the corner route to get open on the sidelines, guys, as you guys can see here. Very easy throw and catch. The release is not very good by the quarterback. I'm not liking that. That's why I'm having to kind of swerve in and out to get that catch on the sidelines. But as you guys could see here, even though our receivers kind of bumped into each other, the streak took that deep zone away enough that we could hit number 2 on the sideline for the easy catch. Now here, guys, again, take a look. You guys could see that the drag route was also affecting the zones. They had to stay underneath to stop the drag. Now, if for whatever reason the zones or maybe a user ran deep with the corner route, again, that's when the drag comes into play. And guys, again, don't forget about the running back. He's open, as you guys can see there, pretty much every time, unless the defense will actually user him themselves. Now, there are a few adjustments that they can do to try to slow it down with the CPU, but honestly, it's so few and far between that a user is really the only reliable thing to stop this. Now, of course, everybody always says, play man coverage, play man coverage. Like, you can't really play man coverage because the low ball just beats that every single time. The only way, even with an inaccurate bad pass, it still got the catch. The only way that they can do man coverage to kind of take that away is if they do some assignment swapping, basically where they man different people up on who they're actually supposed to be on. So really, most of the time, not something that you're going to be going up against. This play right here, when mixed with some of the other money plays from this formation, is super, super hard to stop. You have the tight flex bomb, which is, I think I already posted on the channel. You actually have a formation that has a few decent runs as well. And you have, several plays that are able to attack the seams and the deep sideline with the corner route. Another thing I want to point out is the draw out of this formation is actually very, very effective. I like to draw a lot for people that are running, more of like a coverage defense. So if I see someone's in a defense to where they're only going to rush maybe 3, 4 at the absolute most, and they're not really blitzing me, something more like this, I'm definitely going to run this draw. This draw is actually really, really effective. You guys can see it here. Against these types of defenses, you can easily get 7, 8, 9, 10 yards a pop. Very, very consistent. Do it one more time. We're just going to do this draw one more time. And honestly, a lot of people pass commit almost every play this year on defense. And that's another thing that makes this draw really, really good is against the pass commit, you'll get a little bit better blocking. Now, like most runs, I don't feel like do too much against pass commit. But because the draw actually is programmed to where the defense thinks, it's going to be, you're trying to make the defense think it's a pass. When you pass commit, I actually think the draw does get better. So for those guys who want to pass commit every single time on defense, this is a run play that you can actually make them pay for doing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, especially if you really rock with me. And until next time, it's Duke, and I'm